Lesson 8, we're going to continue on with reading and displaying the fields that we've read. The first thing we need to do is create a new screen. We want to left click on source because this is where we want to put it, and then we want to left click on create a new visual class and just move over to Java, JFrame, and left click on it. And I'm going to call this screen. Of course, this name is up to your decision. Go ahead and select finish, and the screen comes up. Of course, I'm going to remove this because I don't need this particular one to be launchable. And I'm going to go to Design Center. And my Design Center, first I want to do is make it an absolute. And I'm going to drag it to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to go ahead and left click on label, and I'll put label up here. And I'm going to make my label big. And I'm going to come down here and I want to change the name from new label to select example. And I'm going to call it 20 font. I'm going to move to 26. And I'm going to go center that. And then I'm going to create 3 buttons. So I'm going to left click on a button. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to click on the name and call this particular one A. And then I'm going to click on another button and I'll put it right next to it. Whoops. Click on another button, put it right next to it. And I'm going to call that one B. I come over here and you see B, and then I'm going to go ahead and left click on another button, drag it out here, and I'm going to change that particular name to C, and I have the 3 buttons. So if I go back to the source, you'll see that I have 3 buttons that I just added, A, B, and C. So if I come over to LSN, because I need to be able to call this program, perform or to get to this, to do it, I need to, first, I want to retrieve the name from the button. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to grab this command right here that I'm going to put in. And this command tells me that I want to get the action command, which is the description of the button, and I want to put it into hold select. So if I go to working storage, I already have hold select described as a string select equals, and it initializes it to 0 the first time we do LSN. The next thing I want to do here is I want to go ahead and perform over to the screen. So to do that, we have to call it, and right under the read, when I do the click, after I do the read of the database, I'm going to come over and I'm going to put it actually in both places. Whoops, that was not a good place to put it. I'll do a Control Z to back up. That one's not supposed to be there. And I'll do it again. And I'm going to just do cleanup there. And I'm going to also move the get command to this action perform. Now you see there's an error here and it's defined in the error. So I'm going to just kind of go here and left click on the error, and it's telling me that in my screen I do not have the parameter set up to pass to use the working storage fields. I'm going to double left click on it and it goes to the screen and it adds working storage hold right here on the field. And so when I come back here, those are gone. This will go away. This is just a leftover. This will go away when I do it. So let's just go ahead and see what happens right now when I do a run. And, oh, okay, I got the 2 buttons, COBOL. And if I click on this one, it says A, B, and C. So the big thing I need to do, let's go back to working storage. And when I have COBOL, I want to display this on the button. So instead of saying A, I want to say hold dot COBOL. And I'll just go ahead and perform this again. And I go boom, and it says test COBOL, which is from the database. So let's go out of here. Now, the fact that I had 2 possibilities, COBOL and Java, I'm going to put an if statement in, which says hold dot select dot equals, and I'm going to put COBOL, and over here I'm going to put a bracket that tells me that, and down here I'm going to put a finishing bracket, and I have one too many brackets here, for that's my error there, so that cleans up that error. Now of course I want to put an else here, and I want to put another bracket, and then I'm going to go ahead and just save myself some time, and I'm going to copy all this below the if, and I'm going to place it here in the else, and I'm going to go back to working storage, and I'm going to grab WS Java, do a cut and paste, add that in, and right here. So if I do this correctly, I should be making a choice in this if statement. Whoops, I forgot to put hold. So let's do a real quick run of this program. Right click on the program, select run, select Java application, and COBOL comes up. So when I click on COBOL, it still says test COBOL, which is read from the database and now being displayed here. And if I run this program one more time and I say Java, I get test Java. So now that I've accomplished this, I have gone from LSN. First thing I do is I initialize my working storage so I can use these parameters. I can pass them on. I pass them over to the read, and where I load these parameters by reading through the database and loading them into these hold fields. I come back here after I do the read, and I get the button name and put it in hold select. There's the read, and then I jump over and I read the screen using hold parameters, setting the screen to visible and disposing of the old field. So I come in here and it's what we see. We say if it's COBOL, display the name that we put in COBOL, which we did, and then under the else, which means there's only two conditions, COBOL and Java, we would display the Java, and that seemed to work fine. So that will end this session, and I hope it was helpful. We'll see you the next one.